What's up guys, Murray here with Murray's Mobile Mechanics and welcome to the channel. Today I'm working on the 2013 Hyundai Elantra. This is a 2.0 liters 4-cylinder engine and the customer complaint is the car running rough, so definitely they took it to a shop. They called me a couple days ago. I wasn't available, so they took it to a shop. I don't know what they fixed, but I think they changed an ignition coil and the spark plug on cylinder number 1. So I feel like cylinder number 1 has got an issue, but I don't know yet. So they told me to double check the vehicle and then we go from there. So right now the car is all set to go. I'm gonna do a diagnostics and see what's going on with the vehicle. So let me flip the camera and then walk you through. So that's the vehicle right there. It's running right now. I'm just prepping it to see if we can actually figure out what's going on. So let's go under the hood and show you what I can see different from this vehicle. So I can see this was changed. These are old, and you can see the engine is kind of vibrating, which I think the customer is concerned about. So definitely we are going to look into it and see what exactly is going on. So you can see the engine kind of vibrating, so I kind of feel like maybe this cylinder has got an issue, because about 8 months ago I changed the spark plugs on this car, so it's been running great. Not until 2 weeks ago when they called me to explain to me what the condition was. I wasn't available, so they took it to a shop and the shop did a few things. One of them was, the one I can tell for sure is this, you can see. So we are going to check what's going on, and I've already connected my scanner. It's plugged in, the dongle is plugged into the OBD2 port, and definitely let's go see what codes it has. If it has any code, then maybe it can give us some headways of what's going on. So let me head inside the vehicle and then we go from there. What's up guys, so the car is running right now. You can see there's no engine check light. The only light that's on is the tire pressure light right there, and you can see the car has got 224,599 miles. So that's some high mileage on this vehicle, and I can rest assure you, customer actually told me the only thing they were doing on this car was oil changes. So this car was not being taken care of 100%, but we'll see what's going on. So like I said, my dongle is already connected right there, and sorry for the glare. Let's see what codes we have. I'm using the Autel Max Pro, and definitely this is the, actually there's no active codes right now. So you can see the first one is the C1237 primary pressure sensor signal, which is history, and we got the C1513 brake switch circuit error, history, and these are for the tire pressures. We TPM system, we're not concerned about those. We have these ones also in the occupant detector sensor. We are not concerned about these as well. So pretty much those two, we'll check them in the live data. So let me switch to the live data. We see what else we're going to find. What's up guys, so right now we are trying to see what we can get from the live data. First we'll go to trouble codes. Let's go right there, and you can see trouble codes are not detected, so we'll come out of there and then we'll go to the live data right there, and we're trying to see if we can actually check if we can find any misfire and a injector issue right there, and then we'll also double check the O2 sensor, the upstream with the upstream O2 sensor and the downstream, and then we'll also check the to see if there's any misfire. We'll check the injector pulse, and then we'll check what else, the brake switch also. We'll see if we got an issue going on right there. So battery voltage is, which is okay, 14.1, so that's fine. Let's try to scroll. I'm trying to see if I can find so right now we are on the injectors. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4. They are pretty uniform. You can see 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 3.3, 2.5 for the most part, and they are uniform. So we'll scroll up a little bit and see we can check something else. Right now we are on the brake lamp switch, and brake test switch. So you can see right now they are off, nothing is on. So what I'm gonna do right now, you can see my foot is off the brake and they are off right now, both of them. So right now let me step on the brake, and now you can see they are on. Remember, we had the history codes for those two, so now they are on. You can see there's this one right here and this one right here. The brake lamp switch right here, on and on. And when I let go of the pedal, right now I'm on the pedal, and when I let go, watch, they go back to off. So they are working properly. So let's keep going and see if we can check the oxygen sensors. So we got the oxygen sensor is ready for operational, bank 1, upstream bank 1, and oxygen sensor is ready for operational, downstream bank 1. So this car is a 4-cylinder, so it's only got one bank. So let's check if we can graph it. Let's see if we can graph them. So right now can't graph them, I don't know why, but earlier on, because it says ready for operational, so I'm trying to graph it. No, let me try to cancel it this side maybe, and let's try this one. Yeah, so we'll come back to that, but let's go see if we can check the injectors. We'll keep scrolling. So I can't find the Misfire data for this one, but let's check the so you can see the Misfire right here. We are looking at the Misfire on this car. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 0 Misfire right there. So I don't know why the engine is kind of jumping from time to time. You can see right there we got 0, 0, 0. So let's check the injectors. Keep scrolling. Injectors. I'm looking for injectors. Okay, we are right here on the injector. So you can see we got the injector time 1, 2, 3, 4, and they are pretty uniform. You can see the way they are switching from time to time. 2.5, so we are good right there. So let's go back to the O2 sensors to see if they are ready. So I'll bring you guys back if I can find time to graph these, and then we go from there to see what else we are going to get. So stay tuned and let me try to figure out how to graph those, and then I'll bring you guys back. What's up, guys? So yeah, I figured out. So this is where we are right now. You can see catalyst upstream oxygen sensor heating off duration bank 1, which is the upstream. You can see it's running flat. It's supposed to be fluctuating, like making these lines oscillating up and down, which means it's reading the rich lean kind of mixture, which is supposed to be normal, but you can see it's just a flat straight line. And then we got the catalyst downstream oxygen sensor heating off duration. You can see it's running the way it's supposed to, because that's the way it's supposed to be. Everything after combustion comes through at the outlet of the catalyst converter. It should show a straight line just like this one, but right now you can see both of them are just moving at the same line, which means this concludes to me like the upstream oxygen sensor is not working, or maybe it's a catalytic converter. We'll double check with that one, but definitely we'll start with the upstream sensor and see how it goes from there. And right now let me step on the gas. And you can see it is oscillating just a little bit, not to how it's supposed to be, because it's supposed to be reading leach lean. So I'll wait for the car to cool down. I'm gonna do a compression test just to verify, to see everything is good at the engine side, and then I'll bring you guys back once we get to that point. So I'll let the car cool down, we'll do a compression test. So we verify the spark plugs, the misfire is not there. We verified the injectors are firing okay, and then the brake switch, A and B, both are working perfectly fine. So we'll see what the compression test will give us, and then we'll go to actually double check with the upstream oxygen sensor. We might replace that. I'll talk to the customer before we conclude if the cut is bad, and then we'll see how it goes. So stay tuned. We'll let the car cool down, and then we'll do a compression test and then go from there. What's up, guys? So for the compression test, we are going to take out all the ignition coils off, and then we'll be taking out the spark plug one at a time. We connect our compression tester connector right there, adapter inside there, run the car and see the pressure. We'll do the same on all four, and then we'll see what the results will tell us, and then we'll go from there. So let me set myself up, and then we start doing the compression test. So for some reason, when I was pulling this, it came out pretty easy. I just had to tuck it in. So I feel like maybe it wasn't connected fully, but we'll see. What's up, guys? So to do the compression test, you're gonna need a compression tester kit like this one. I'm using a MATCO CT 110K. So when you open it, you got the compression tester gauge right here, and you got adapters depending on the type of spark plug size. This is what you're gonna choose from according to the car you're working on, and then you're going to connect it to this guy right here. And then of course you're gonna need spark plug kit depending also on the size of the spark plug. In our case, we are using the gear range spark plug kit. I like this because one, it's flexible right here, so it moves around, and it's magnetic. So once the spark plug is loose, it comes off with the socket and the adapter, and you're gonna need a ratchet and an adapter as well. So let me set myself up, and then we get going. So our spark plug number one has been removed, and we're going to test compression on cylinder number one. So we'll run the car just like so. And then we'll wait. We're going to check the pressure, and then we'll see how cylinder number one is looking. What's up, guys? So now that our spark plugs are all out, it's the same process. The way I took this number one off, it's going to be the same process with all other three. You can see this spark plug looks new, so all the coils are out, and my compression tester gauge is connected. You can see right there. So let's head inside the vehicle, run it, and then we'll see what pressure we are going to find on cylinder number one. And then we'll do the rest with the other three cylinders. So we'll run the car. That should be okay. We'll turn it off, and then let's go see what we got on cylinder number one. So cylinder number one, you can see, I think I'm losing pressure somewhere. I need to check my connection. I don't know where, but let me double check my connection, and then we'll go from there. What's up, guys? So number one is connected. We're going to run the vehicle and check the compression results. That's number one. We'll get a picture right there. We are running for number two right now. We'll run the vehicle. Let's go check the pressure on number 2. We are about the same. We'll get a picture for that. We're going to switch to number 3. We'll take off the pressure just like so. And let me connect to number 3. I'll bring you guys back. Number 3 is connected. We're going to go inside the vehicle and run it. We are going to see what number 3 gives us. So far so good. Let's go check what number 3 gives us. We are about the same. We'll get a picture for number 3. And then we're going to take out the pressure. And then we'll connect to number 4. We see what we're going to get. On the number 4, I'll show you how you do the connection. All you have to do is just thread this adapter in there. No wrenches needed. Just make it as tight as you can. And then this guy, you have to pull him like so. And then you have to insert it right there. So pull like so. And make sure you got the frame tight right there. We should be good. So let me head inside the vehicle. We run it. We see what number 4 is going to give us. Okay, let's go check number 4 and see what we got. So on the compression, I think we should be good. We're going to release the pressure right there. And then compression is good. We got no misfire. So let me put everything back together. We see what else we're going to check. What's up, guys? So I've put back everything back together. Remember, this one was a little bit funky. When I was taking it out, it was kind of loose. So we'll run the vehicle one more time, check it, and then, but for the most part, I am going to recommend the upstream O2 sensor, and then we'll let the customer know the compression has passed. So definitely it's not the engine issue. Definitely it's gonna be, like I said, the upstream O2 sensor. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run the vehicle to double check it, and then we'll see how it goes from there. What's up, guys? So after replacing back everything the way they were after doing a compression test, I am running the car right now, and the car is not running good. So let's go under the engine. We check what's going on. You can see right now the engine is shaking pretty bad. So definitely right there we have a misfire. You can see it's shaking pretty bad. So let's go inside the vehicle and see what we got. You can see the engine check light is on this time around, and we got P303 pending, cylinder number 3 misfire detected. So we are going to do a quick test. I'm going to turn the car off. Let me turn it on so that we can actually erase the code. We are trying out a couple things right here. Yes, codes deleted. So what we are going to do is, let me turn the car off first. What I'm going to do right now is I am going to switch 3 to 4, 4 to 3, and see if the misfire follows. Then definitely I'm going to recommend all the ignition coils. So let me do that, and then I'll bring you guys back. So right now I'm going to go inside the vehicle, run it, and see if the misfires followed to number 4. Then definitely we know we're going to recommend all the ignition coils because only one was replaced. So let me do that, and then I'll bring you guys back. So right now the car is running. We got no engine check light. We are going to let it run a little bit, You can see the engine is running pretty rough. So let's see if we can actually find any codes. Now you see, before it was P0303, now it's P0304. So the Misfire has followed to number 4. So that tells us the ignition coil is bad. So I'm going to recommend the ignition coils run a few tests one more time, which means we're going to replace only 3. And then we'll check the O2 sensors. Maybe the coils were misleading that, but we'll see. So let me do the ignition coils first, and then we'll go from there. What's up guys, Murray here with Murray's Mobile Mechanics, and welcome to the channel. So customer approved the ignition coils, so I'll show you how to replace the ignition coils on this 2013 Hyundai Elantra. Super easy and straightforward. So let me flip the camera and then we get going. So we'll continue where we left from. Just wiggle this one off. We get the new one. This is the new one. You can see they got a little bit of direct grease right there, so they are good to go. Slide it in there. We'll get the third one out. Slide it in there. We'll get the fourth one out. And slide a new one in there. Next, we are going to put our bolts back on. I'll tighten the bolts first. And then I'll go ahead and plug in my connectors. Make sure they slide in all the way. If you want them to click, make sure they are clicking, but make sure they are sitting all the way fully. So right now, I'm going to head inside the vehicle. We erase the codes, and then we see how the car is running. So right now, we're going to erase the codes. Ignition on and engine off, that's where we are. We'll press yes. DTCs and freeze data will be deleted. Are you sure you want to continue? We'll press yes. And codes deleted. We are going to escape one more time, and then one more time, one more time, and then we'll go to auto scan. We just want to make sure we do everything right. I know this process will take a little bit longer. We just want to make sure we got everything done the right way. We are at 80%. It's still loading, doing its thing. Just give it a bit of time. Sorry for the glare. It's kind of being slow. I think I'm a little bit away from the internet, so that's why it's loading up slowly. We're almost there, 100%. So we still have the same codes. So what we're going to do is I'm going to erase, quick erase, and make sure we take those out. We reprogram the computer, and then we'll run the vehicle, and we see what else is going. So right now you can see everything looks good. We still have these two codes in the occupant classification system. Required weight check, that's for the airbag or the car sensor weights something. So you can see that's not really the issue right here. So we are going to escape from the system just like so. We'll press yes, and then we'll turn the car off right here. We're going to unplug our dongle, and then let's run the vehicle. We'll see how it runs. So right now, no engine check light, no codes, and the engine is running pretty much smoother than before. We'll come under the engine to make sure we don't have that vibration we had earlier on. So pretty much that's all it takes to replace the ignition coils in a 2013 Hyundai Elantra, the 2.0 liters. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share for more tips on how to fix your vehicles.